Okay, we all remember how huge the Twilight movies were, and they made Taylor Lautner an overnight celebrity.
But being thrust into the spotlight wasn't so easy for him. And our pal Jason Kennedy, who we adore.
We love him.
You've been the baby brother of this show for so long.
8 years.
Your wife's having a baby. We're thrilled to have you, and we're so excited that you got to sit down with Taylor.
Taylor, and we were just talking in the commercial break.
Yeah.
I mean, Twilight was huge.
Yeah.
I mean, these fans would go to the premiere 5 days in advance, set up a tent. And Taylor and I had great conversations about fame off camera, but he's never really opened up like this. I'm so proud of him. I think it's going to help a lot of people. Take a look.
Taylor Lautner was just 16 years old when he found himself in the middle of a pop culture phenomenon after Twilight hit theaters. The film franchise, which co-starred Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson, brought in over $3 billion at the box office, making the trio some of the most sought-after movie stars in the world. And while Taylor is very grateful for the opportunities that came his way, he has, by choice, been noticeably absent from the spotlight for the last few years. I caught up with my buddy right here in New York City.
We've had some really incredible private conversations about fame and everything you've experienced. I'm just curious what that did for you emotionally, how that affected you now that you've had years to process it.
Not many things in life can come and happen overnight. Fame can. It also can disappear overnight. When I was 16, 17, 18 years old, waking up and trying to just go out for a walk or, go on a date, and, I have 12 cars waiting. So I just didn't.
You lived with your parents, you isolated for a bit, you took time away from Hollywood. Do you feel like this was the time that you needed to process, recover, whatever you want to call it?
It was needed for me personally, so I, Taylor, feel so much better today than I have in the last 4 or 5 years.
Now he's back and starring in the new Netflix film Home Team, out Friday.
It's the true story about Sean Payton, the head coach of the New Orleans Saints. He ended up going back to his small town in Texas he was from, helping coach his 12-year-old son's Pee Wee football team, and brought them to the state championship game. So it's a pretty cool story.
You also may not know that in Taylor's personal life, there may be some name confusion around the house.
You are engaged, her name is Taylor. When you get married, her name will be Taylor Lautner. That became like a thing on social media. It is incredibly important to point out that Taylor is a massive Twilight fan.
I'm gonna call her out here. She was not Team Jacob. So she is marrying the other team.
Which team was she on?
Oh, she was Team Edward all the way.
She was a Robbie Pats fan?
Oh, yeah.
This is unbelievable. Breaking news. I don't even know if I knew that.
Yeah, she was diehard Team Edward. But, I've converted her.
It's been an honor to watch you guys walk together. She is the greatest of the great.
She was a large part of getting me back, to where I am today.
Life is clearly different for Taylor these days. He found his person, he has a great film coming out, and a new appreciation for the simple things in life.
Looking back, was the fame worth it?
4 or 5 years ago, I would have said, maybe I wish that I didn't go through it, but if you ask me now, I say, No, I'm happy because of what it's taught me, and it's made me who I am right now. For that, I'm thankful.